Hello. Hello, welcome in. So, I'm gonna guess most of you here were here for the last stream, which was day 0 of turning a Raspberry Pi into a Wii U gamepad. Well, this is day 1, where we're actually gonna attempt some work. Okay. Hello. How's it going? Oh. How's my week been? It's been pretty good. I mean, there's always stuff going on. There's always a lot of projects, especially with me. I'm the kind of person that I just get really excited about all the things that I could be doing, so I do a lot of things. Like, I have like 3 or 4 videos that I'm juggling. I'll like edit, one a little bit, I'll edit another a little bit, and I'll edit another a little bit. And then my other problem is that right now, all the projects that really appeal to me are the ones that take a long time. Like, I did a lot of repair videos, I've done a lot of the kind of smaller projects, and after a while, after you've repaired a few things, you've kind of repaired them all, or at least you feel like you kind of, it's not as exciting as the first couple of times. And so I've been doing bigger and better projects, and the problem is they just take a lot longer. So I'm always I feel like not much gets done because I don't upload as much as I used to. But honestly, I'm always working on something. There's always stuff in the works that I haven't talked about or I don't want to reveal just yet. So yeah, there's always a lot going on. No, I'm not dead. So in the last stream, in day 0, we kind of went over a Google Doc. Well, I wrote a Google Doc to kind of detail what I was doing, or what I would be doing in these streams. And I'm experimenting with trying to just kind of marathon through the making of something rather than just kind of do it all in my own time off stream and then try and make a video about it later. I'm going to try to actually do it on stream and walk you through every single step of the way. And as you can hear, I've got some Wii U soundtrack music playing, because I figured, you know, we were playing Nintendo Beach music last time, and I figured, well, nothing would be more appropriate for a Wii U related stream than a Wii U soundtrack, the Wii U OST, effectively. There's not a lot of the Wii U music sounds kind of the same, so there's not necessarily going to be a ton of variety, but you know, we'll run it out until I get bored of it, and then we'll put something else on. What Wii U song? It's just the home menu. Put a Switch Lite into a Wii U gamepad. That is kind of that's like a stretch goal of the project, is to turn the Nintendo Switch into a gamepad as well. Because the Switch, I always say this, and I think it's true, that the Switch is really the spiritual successor to the gamepad. Like, I can kind of see here. I've got a real gamepad here. I can kind of see what they were trying to do with this. Like, you can play the games on the tablet, and you can, like, in theory, you can bring it to other rooms in your house and keep playing, you know, fully fledged console games, but on a handheld. I can kind of see what they were trying to do, and it doesn't surprise me that in the next generation they just put the whole console into the handheld. That's basically what the Switch is. It's one of these, but without being tethered to a box. And so the Switch, I think, is the spiritual successor to the gamepad, and the Switch makes sense to be a gamepad. However, it is not a simple, trivial process. Even though the Switch can be modded to run Linux and Android, it is not a trivial process to run or to get that thing to connect to a Wii U. It's not impossible. It's just going to take some time. So there's a Google Doc I have linked on the YouTube stream. I don't have it linked on the Twitch stream yet, but I can probably do something where I can, because you don't get a description on Twitch. Here we go. But I can probably pin a chat message with the message, and then pin that. Yes. Okay. So you can kind of see that. Unpin, don't unpin, or pin until the end of the stream. For now, we'll see. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Jams Alt, if you will, or Jam Salt, if you will. Ayo Matt on the Wii U grind again. Nice to see you, man. Been a while since I caught a stream. Hope you're good. Hey, hope you're good as well. Thanks. Yes. So last stream. Hang on. I'll go over this doc real quick. Yes. Okay. So last stream we were kind of, basically I wrote this whole document. It's all kind of discoveries thus far on the Wii U gamepad, and it goes over in not in a lot of detail. It kind of just glosses over like all the things we're trying to do and all the things that all the complications in the way. Oh, no Windows 2000 bot. You're right. My bad. I was wondering why it was so quiet. Where are all the farts? Okay, hang on. Let me have to go through a bit of a process to get this connected to YouTube because my app is not trusted. So, okay. Thanks for reminding me, Thinking Sand. Do I have an original Super Nintendo? No. In fact, it's actually kind of strange. The Super Nintendo is probably I don't want to say the only, it's close to the only major console I have never owned. Like, I've owned all of the I've owned some pretty obscure stuff. I own a CDI. I've owned a 3DO, though the disk drive broke on it and I sold it. I've owned, I have a Sega Saturn. I've owned a Sega Genesis, but yeah, I've never owned a Super Nintendo. Oh yeah, so why are you giving me pop-ups? I don't care. Turn on dark mode now. No, that's all right. So what was I saying? Google Docs doesn't even have a dark mode. I'd have to install an extension, which I could, but Google Docs doesn't have a dark mode. Anyway, and I'm not even showing Google Docs at the moment. This is just my face. What do you think? I'm too white? You think I'm a white man? Anyway, yeah, I think I've owned just about like almost all major consoles, but not the Super Nintendo. And it's not because I haven't wanted a Super Nintendo. I think it's really just because they're always kind of expensive. I think the Nintendo brand, and I guess Super Nintendo was kind of a there's a lot of, like, some people think NES is a bit too primitive. SNES is kind of like I don't know. There's a lot. The 16-bit era is one that people are very fond about. So I think for that reason, like, you know, you can pick up a Sega Genesis relatively affordably, all things considered, but not so with the Super Nintendo. At least not in my experience. Docs has dark mode. All right, let's look this up. Let's find out. Google Docs dark mode. Well, here's an extension that does it. Dark mode in browser. That's just the extension again. Set the page color to black. So you can set the page color to black, but it doesn't set the entire. Wait, how do they say to do that? File page setup. Okay. And then you have to set the text color to white, but then it doesn't do the whole thing. It only does the shit in the middle. I mean, yeah, I might install Dark Reader, which is an extension that will do all this kind of stuff for me. But Google Docs, I think you're right. Google Docs on mobile has a dark mode, but not on desktop. White. Put some sunglasses on. True. Based. I will say, Wikipedia has a dark mode that people aren't usually very familiar with. Oh, they've added it as to like the normal thing now. Before you had to log in and you had to like set the theme specifically to dark mode. Like, it was a little bit more hidden than it is now, but now it's more publicly available. That's nice. Dark Reader. All right, I will install it because I do use Dark Reader myself. This is my stream desktop, not my real desktop. If that makes sense. Dark Reader. Oh, it's already on. I'm gonna turn it off. Oh no, I'm gonna switch it to inverted list only, and then I'll enable it here. There you go. You're fucking happy now. Because I like Dark Reader, but I also think that it's not perfect. Like, it's more or less guessing how to turn something into a dark mode, and sometimes it doesn't always get it right. Sometimes it tries to re-dark mode an already dark mode website, or sometimes the website has a dark mode, but it'll like it'll make a dark mode that's not as good as the real dark mode. So I prefer to set it properly. So I don't have it on by default, but I do have it on like I suppose you'd call it a whitelist. It's more of a dark blue mode as opposed to a true dark mode on Wikipedia, but still better than nothing. I swear I had a, like... Hang on. Wii U. I mean, I also don't like the new theme. Hang on, let me log into Wikipedia real quick. I don't love the new, like, layout and shit. And if you log into Wikipedia, you can switch it back to the old one. That's usually what I do. I have to type in my password. Guys, don't look. I should have ticked keep me logged in for up to a year. Here we go. Much better. Okay. Now we get the old style again. I kind of prefer it this way. I'll make it a bit bigger as well. There we go. So yeah, not that we need to, what's a Wii U? Let's read this entire article together, guys. No, not that we need to know what a Wii U is, but yeah, anyway. Wikipedia is supremely based for allowing users to go back and select any of the past layouts. That is cool. You can actually go like really far back. You can go back to when the search was over here instead of up here. Again, you just got to go to a Wikipedia account and then you can like set the theme and shit like that. Wikipedia icon in dark mode. It is pretty cool, yeah. Anyway, so so I have this Google Doc. It's linked on both the YouTube and Twitch streams. You can kind of skim over it. It's not, like I said, it doesn't go into a ton of detail, but it goes into some detail about like all the plan and the complications and the ideas and things like that. Is it better for you if you watch on Twitch or YouTube? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's about the same. Maybe YouTube is well, I prefer as a stream viewer, I prefer Twitch. I think, yeah, Twitch is like a nicer user interface, but YouTube is more, the discovery is better on YouTube. I think YouTube probably has better like monetization tools. So yeah, stuff like that. Browser's theme too, but then it's not going to integrate with XP properly. I guess I could though. It's not like it looks that great. It's a bit ugly looking. One of these. That's not what I expected. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yes. Yes, that's so hot. Okay, cool. Anyway. Cool. The Wii U menu music. Yeah, I figured that, you know, Nintendo music is always nice. And, you know, if we're going to play Nintendo music, we may as well play Wii U music, right? Okay, so we're on to this, building a custom Linux distro for a Raspberry Pi or other SBCs whose entire purpose is being a gamepad TM. So I suppose more specifically, let's make a page break. Page break. Day one. So what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try and build a Raspberry Pi slash... It's more just like a SBC Linux distro, which can connect to Wii U. You know, Matt, when you mentioned the menu being so slow, I felt that pain oh so well since I had to use a Wii U for years and it briefly replaced my computer as a way to watch YouTube and stuff. Yeah, like, I don't want to sound like really negative. Yo, thanks for the Prime sub, default persons. Sorry, I probably butchered that, but hey, thanks for the Prime sub, I really appreciate it. Thanks to Eduardo Meli for becoming a YouTube member as well, I appreciate that. I still don't have the bot hooked up. I need to, hang on, real quick. Let me just write this down because it's easy for me to forget things when I get off stream, because like usually what happens is I get off stream and I just go and like lie down. So I usually, anything that I thought like I need to do that after stream, I'll usually just completely forget. So I'm going to write this down. Connect bot to YT super chats. Yo, Hazabi, thanks so much for the Prime sub, I really appreciate it. And members, yo, Viral Hack 69, thank you for the Prime sub. What a cool number. Can you answer my question on your latest community post, the top comment? You can, could you copy and paste your question into chat? Because I don't know, your latest, the latest community post for you may be different from the latest community post for me. And members, and then also I need to connect MattKC to YouTube members. If you want your own email address at billgates.sex. That is a real website that I own. If you want an email address there, head over to mail.mattkc.com. And if you're a Twitch sub, patron, or soon-to-be YouTube member, I haven't hooked that up yet, then you can get yourself a billgates.sex email. Do you see Veritasium's new video? I did not. I keep hearing about it, but I haven't watched it yet. Not to be confused with billgates.sexy, indeed. I haven't, yeah, we both own, coincidentally, sexy Bill Gates domains. If Bill Gates got in touch, would you give him a free email address? You know, I think he might be able to afford it. Something tells me he might be able to afford it. Incognito Jam, thank you so much for the Prime sub, I really appreciate it. I'm a professional hairdresser, you might want to pull your hair to the other side. I don't know if it's any better on the other side. I think it's the same both sides. Yeah, I think it's the same both sides. Question was, hey Matt, what happened to the fastest and the most unusable Windows 98 that you built? I don't have it anymore. It's, sorry to say, it's a little bit, I know it's a little disappointing. But I, pretty much, just after that video, I think I sold that computer. So yeah. Okay. So, here we are, Raspberry Pi / SBC Linux distro which can connect to a Wii U. So all that means is a distro must have Wi-Fi support. Hand spikers, thank you so much for the Prime sub. By the way, the fart sound is not the default sound for my notifications. People just it's possible to change the notification sound, but it's people always just set it to the fart.
Max 2173 said PIU. In light of this message, perhaps you could just call this project Skunk for the sake of the stink that is the YIU.
Damn, that's brutal. The PU, the PIU. I don't know what I mean, officially, the project is called Vanilla. Because I wanted to fit with the kind of coffee theme of the Wii U. There's stuff like decaf and aroma and tiramisu and all of that. It's because the Wii U itself has a bunch of coffee-related code names. Like I think the CPU is called Espresso, stuff like that. Hey, Ruin Fox YT, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Why not let people set notifications out to an arbitrary YouTube video? Surely nothing can go wrong there. I know, right? So true. I do need to add more sounds. I only have two. I only have the fart and the Windows 98 sound. But I will add more eventually. That's another thing. I'll write that down as well. Add more notification sounds to choose from. Yeah, so sorry if I miss anything from the YouTube side. I don't have any loud, obnoxious farts to to notify me. But thank you so much for any super chats. I really appreciate them. Oh, I did miss one. Eevee Euphoria. I'm so sorry for missing your super chat earlier. How possible do you think this would be to do on the Steam Deck? By the way, Dark Reader works on Google Docs. Yes, we just installed Dark Reader. This already, as far as I know, this already works on the Steam Deck, and it already technically kind of works on the Raspberry Pi, but it's not very optimized for it. The Steam Deck is, as far as I know, it works. I don't own a Steam Deck. I've heard kind of conflicting reports. I've heard some people say it works really well, and like they're using it already to replace their gamepad. And I've heard some people say that it like connects, but like the connection is kind of funky. It like disconnects really easily and drops frames or something like that. I don't know because I don't own one. But the Steam Deck, as if you look at the dock, the Steam Deck is, I think, mentioned, or maybe it's not. It should be. Steam Deck. We already have a Linux desktop proof of concept that should work on it. Barring any weird Wi-Fi/hardware issues, I can't tell yet because I do not own a Steam Deck. If I can find someone that will let me borrow one, then I can give it a go. I can test it out. Someone also asked earlier that why make a whole Linux distro? And the reason why is really just I'm trying to make it as light and like gamepad focused as possible. Sure, you could there already is an app. Like I said, this already exists. I already made a Linux desktop app that will work on the Raspberry Pi. However, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a full gamepad. We're trying to do the whole it's something that looks and feels just like this. And so it needs to boot up right into the gamepad. It needs to be it needs to appear to be a gamepad from the moment it starts. And yes, you could set that up with a regular Raspberry Pi OS and just get it all to auto start. But I want it to boot as quickly as possible. I want as little I suppose bloat as possible. So I'm trying to get it as thin and as purpose built as possible. And I should mention, making a Linux distro does not mean I'm doing Linux from scratch. It doesn't mean I'm compiling a Linux kernel myself or all of that. My plan is to start with currently planning to base off TinyCore, which is supposed to be a really thin, really lightweight embedded distro of Linux that you build a distro off yourself. For embedded systems like the Raspberry Pi. So, petition to make Growbold the official font of Vanilla OS. I mean, I guess there's no reason we couldn't. Maybe we might have to license Growbold for... Thanks so much for the I appreciate it. So... where was I? Oh yeah, Growbold. If you don't know what Growbold is, it's a bit of a meme in my Discord because it's my branding font that I always use. So if you want something to look like a MattKC thumbnail, it's Growbold. You use Growbold. But this font is actually really common. You'll see this all over the place on YouTube thumbnails and on toys and all sorts of products. So it's become a meme to try and find instances of Growbold out in the wild, and you know what? We probably could use it for the Wii U OS, whatever the gamepad OS that we make. We might just have to license it though, is the thing, because officially, strictly, if you're redistributing a font file, you are supposed to get a license. Thanks for the Prime sub seed. Thanks for the tier 1. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Okie dokie. Change the Dr. Growbold. No, I'm trying to keep this legible. I do know, when I was a kid in primary school or elementary school, I do know, I introduced my friends to, the process of installing a font on the school computers. They allowed us, they didn't have blocks in place to stop us from doing that. So he had the most gothic, spiky font, and he submitted a whole essay in that font.
I forgot about this donation site anyways. Glad to have caught a stream. It's been a bit.
Hey, thanks for the donation, John B. I really appreciate that. Yes, it has been a bit. And I wasn't streaming much before this. I took a bit of a break when I started working on the .NET video because it was such a big project. So I kind of been out of it for a little bit, but I'm glad to be back. It's good to be hanging out with you guys again. The 8-1 computers? No, it was after 8-1. 8-1 was high school. Those were XP computers. Alpine or Arch? I hear there's issues with Arch. I might look into Alpine. Distro must have Wi-Fi support. Actually, it has to have Wi-Fi drivers. That's actually the more important one. As long as and those are in the kernel. So as long as the kernel has Wi-Fi drivers, we provide our own WPA supplicant, and preferably use DH client. I've tried other DHCP clients and they don't seem to work quite as well for the Wii U as DH client does. I'm sure they're all about the same, but I didn't have as much luck with other stuff. So this is kind of it, really. As long as we can, this is kind of my goal for today. We're starting off with a fairly small goal, which is just get the thing to connect to a to the gamepad. Yo.
Bird.
Wait, was that a donation? Sorry, I missed that. That was quick. Hang on. I think there is a way. Thanks for the donation, Finge. I appreciate that. Please use build root. Oh, that's what someone said earlier. Sorry, I missed what that said. Thanks for the donation. That was PA. I appreciate that. So, what I've done so far, I haven't gotten super far apart from just reading about like what I should be doing.
Tier 100 bird.
Thanks, man. Here's a fun fact, actually, about the TTS system. If you type in, I think this only works in Twitch chat because YouTube chat makes it really hard to like set up a chatbot. But if you type in !voices, it'll give you a list of voices that you can use apart from Microsoft Sam. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use Microsoft Sam, but you can. There's other stuff. I think you can get like a SpongeBob voice, or you can get a Gordon Ramsay voice in there. Oh, my bad. Actually, I accidentally set voices to be moderator only. I need to undo that. In fact, maybe I'll do that now before I freaking forget, because I'm very forgetful. Like I said, anything that I tell myself to do, I should do that after the stream. I usually don't do it. I usually completely forget as soon as the stream turns off. Okay, chat commands. Voices. Make that not moderator only. Okay. In fact, I might even restart the bot real quick, because I need to restart it when I make a change like that. There we go. So now, yeah, if you type in like, I think it's spongy colon and then a message, I think it'll say it in the SpongeBob voice. Remember me from past streams? Oh no, I do remember you from past streams. If you view who's in the document, it's all just anonymous, and then some word in some place in there is just MattKC. Yeah, yes indeed. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, I've been doing some reading about like what I need to do, what needs to be done to get this happening, and I haven't gotten super far. I did get TinyCore installed on a Raspberry Pi, which you can see here. It doesn't have much else installed on it at all. I don't think it has like, it doesn't seem to have IP, which is kind of funky for me. Yo. That's a... See, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Windows 2000 bot. Hell yeah. I'm sure Windows 2000 bot really appreciates that. Okay. So, it doesn't even have IP, which is kind of confused, or that means my muscle memory is all fucked up. It has ifconfig, but it doesn't seem to have picked up on the Ethernet card that I plugged in a USB Ethernet and a USB Wi-Fi, and it hasn't picked up on either of those, which probably means it just doesn't have the kernel modules built in. I wonder, I mean, maybe it would make sense to, let me see, Alpine Raspberry Pi. Interesting, because I have heard good things about Alpine. I've used it for some other like really thin Linux things. And if here we go, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are within the install image. They're part of Linux firmware. Ah, of course. Well, I guess that makes sense. For the Raspberry Pi, most Raspberry Pis have Broadcom Wi-Fi, which, if you remember from the last stream, is not going to work out for us because Broadcom, they do not let us mess around with the Wi-Fi, the 802.11 protocol, which we need to be able to do to connect to the Wii U. Most, I believe, maybe the newest ones don't, but I'm not entirely sure. I only have like 2 Raspberry Pis. Broadcom no goodie, exactly. Yeah, you got it. Okay. I just come back to YouTube chat and everyone's doing :3s. Hang on. Let me see. I will get look at this moron. Let me pop YouTube chat out. What's unfortunate about YouTube chat is that, unlike Twitch chat, it's not a persistent link. Like, Twitch chat is always this link, but Twitch for YouTube chat, every time the ID changes, this video ID changes, so I don't see it very often. I have it takes effort to bring it. It takes more effort to bring it up on stream. There, that's okay. Hang on, let's see what's I'm not subscribed. I'm just not logged in here is the thing. Okay, that's probably about right. Okay. So, YouTube chat hates working in general. I watch a lot of Kid Icarus Live and always conks out. You're kind of right. I don't love YouTube chat. I like the YouTube player. I like the fact that you can, like, it's got DVR and you can rewind and do stuff like that. But otherwise, I don't necessarily love the YouTube stream experience. That's kind of why I usually stream just to Twitch. But we're trying this out. We're doing a bit of both. And so far, so good. I feel like so far, even with all the :3s, I feel like we're doing pretty well. The USB ones are Realtek? Like the Pico, you mean? Or which USB ones? Okay. So let's see, because maybe Alpine is the move. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed, especially because it's got a cool package manager on it. I don't think TinyCore has as nice of a package manager, as far as I can tell. How to install Alpine Linux on a Raspberry Pi. Yep, okay. This is not expected to be... For scenarios where this is not expected to be significant changes... Alright, hang on. This is likely preferable, as running the entire system from memory will improve performance. Yeah, I believe our system will be like small enough to run entirely from memory. Download the Alpine for Raspberry Tarball. Use the compatibility list above when choosing which image file to download. I've got a 0 I'm working with right now, so I guess it's going to be this one. Yeah, I believe the whole like system on a chip is a Broadcom chip, like the whole thing. But that's not so much of a problem as much as it is just Broadcom Wi-Fi as a problem.
Notifications are better at letting me know you're streaming on Twitch.
Thanks for the 3 months, Harvey God. I appreciate it. Thanks for the Prime sub. Yeah, you know, that's another thing. I've always... The Twitch notifications have always been kind of mediocre for me as well. I'll often get notified maybe like 2 hours into someone's stream. It's really ridiculous. So yeah, there's like pros and cons to both Twitch and YouTube. That's kind of why people who've been around my channel for a while might remember that in early 2023, I built my own custom like chat interface. It was like the YouTube player with like a custom chat implementation on the side, and it was on my website at stream.mattkc.com. And kind of the reason why is because there are things I like about YouTube and there are things I like about Twitch, and there's kind of I think overall I want to say I think the Twitch user experience is a little nicer, but there's kind of pros and cons to both. And that was kind of my way of trying to marry both like pros and both, or get the best of both worlds, I suppose. I just kind of eventually decided that, you know, maintaining my own chat implementation was probably not worth it, but I do kind of miss it, because I thought, you know, if I do say so myself, I thought it was pretty nice to use. Yo, Azure, thank you so much for the YouTube membership. I appreciate it. Turning a Wii U gamepad into a Raspberry Pi when? You know, good question. I have heard, like, wouldn't it be cool to use the gamepad on like other things? I mean, it doesn't solve the problem that we're setting out to solve, which is there aren't the supply of gamepads is slowly dwindling, and you know, we're trying to make something that can fit into its place. So it doesn't solve that problem necessarily, but it would be cool to see, or to see it just run on with a CMU. I'd really like to see that one day. That's like another stretch goal. I don't know if we'll get around to that anytime soon. Have you looked into Diet Pi? I think it might be good for this project because of its nice networking center design. Third time's the charm in this message. Yeah, sorry about that. There's a lot of messages. I don't often see all of them. Diet Pi. Interesting. I like how the first result is Diet Pi versus Raspberry, and I assume it's just like assume the advantages are fairly obvious. How to look around appears that can update itself. I don't really care about updating. Any downsides? Diet Pi. BLS boring, you are a boring KC. Bro, you're the one that clicked on the stream. Why are you here? It's literally called turning a Raspberry Pi into a Wii U gamepad. What did you think I was going to be doing, if not turning a Raspberry Pi into a Wii U gamepad? Anyway, is there a chance for PS Vita support? I don't know about that. I don't have a PS Vita, but also I don't believe the PS Vita has 5 GHz Wi-Fi. I don't know if it has like... you might be able to run Linux on it. I don't know if you can plug like a USB Wi-Fi to get the 5 GHz or something like that. I don't know. Hey, JezVR, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay. Diet Pi is interesting. That sounds pretty cool. What I used to make Vanilla's UI, it's all Qt. It's just so this is basically what I've put together so far. It's a gamepad on a Linux PC, but you know, a PC is, for the most part, unless it's a Steam Deck, a PC is not really an ideal gamepad. It's just it's just kind of a good proof of concept, like here's what we need to do, now let's try and get it on the hardware it needs to be on. Okay. Yo! Thanks so much for the donation, I appreciate it.
As a tracker artist, I am obliged to ask, who is your favorite tracker musician?
There's a few. I mean, there's like a selection of tracker music that I go back to all the time, and you like, is red spelled out? It's FNJJ. Gotcha. Thanks so much for the donation, FNJJ. There's like a couple of artists that, or there's like a collection of songs that I always go back to from a bunch of artists. I like, I think it's pronounced Xyce, Xyce. They do a lot of cool stuff. That's what I've used those for my outro music a lot. Because they just make nice, happy music a lot of the time. I don't know. I haven't listened to all of their songs. Maybe those are the only happy songs they've got. Okay, so I wonder, because kind of what I want is like, I want something that boots as quickly as possible. And we are using a Pi Zero, which is it probably doesn't have a ton of power behind it, but so whatever is as quick as possible. Super lean and works great. Maybe not a bad idea. Raspberry distributes their own kernel and external modules here. You can just focus on the user space and use the vendor-provided kernel. I highly recommend trying to build it from scratch. Linux is really quite straightforward if you don't go for a full general-purpose distro. I highly recommend this video. It's a very quick introduction to building a BusyBox-based system. Interesting. You're suggesting I don't use any distro. I just piece it together from Raspberry Pi components. I mean, I'm down to try whatever is like the most, whatever produces the best result. But yeah, the Wii U's loading. Yeah, I've got a Wii U playlist going at the moment. Alpine is like 90% just BusyBox plus APK package manager. Yeah, I assume they're all kind of more or less the same. I mean, I suppose I might be falling into a trap of like something sounds pretty easy. That's cool. But for Alpine, it makes more sense. Arch with Raspberry Pi kernel. Arch is best. I like Arch, but like, I've heard that Arch does not officially support ARM, and I've heard that Arch Linux ARM has some issues, like that it's just not that widely supported. So I feel like Arch is probably not the right way to go here. Yo, Crumble Crunch, thank you so much for the Prime sub, I appreciate it. Alpine's got a lot smaller packages than most because things are split up, by the way. That's cool. Alpine might also be a good choice. Apologies, I just got here. Oh, that's okay. Why is this song so loud? I've never heard this one before. This is apparently TV. I've never used the TV functionality before. I'm gonna skip ahead to eShop menu. I never used the Wii U eShop either, I know. Okay. So... Alpine, I might be interested in Alpine. I guess the question is, this is always the conundrum on Linux. There are always so many options. Whiptail menus, spend less time staring at command line, more time enjoying your pie. Well, that doesn't really matter for us because like we're going to be making our own interface. I mean, the interface is going to be the Wii U gamepad, right? I might be interested in trying Alpine. Let me see. Does anyone have any opinions on Alpine versus Diet Pie? Alpine uses even less, but depending on what exactly you want to do, you might need to install some additional things, making it fatter, but then it's a very slim and light OS. Give it a try. Run Diet Pie and have no real issues. Okay. Use some non-standard libraries 99% of the time, it will be fine, but if you start seeing seg faults in your logs, whatever software you've installed probably isn't compatible with it. The point where you're trying to use an RPi, I would consider using native systemd n spawn d containers instead of a docker install. Yeah, okay. Ideally, just turn it on and load vanilla, right? Yeah, ideally it would just boot and then immediately open up my app. Like my app is like the shell of the OS essentially. Alpine might give us post-market OS incompatibility, therefore support for more devices technically. That's true, actually. I do like the idea of it being portable, because like I know. Even when I was deciding like what hardware I was going to use, people were saying like, oh, what about this SBC? What about the Orange Pi or the Banana Pi or the and I was kind of like, well, it's all kind of Linux, so it all should be pretty compatible. But I guess if it's Alpine based, that might make it a little more compatible. Make it play the gamepad startup sound. I think that happens. I think the gamepad startup sound gets transmitted from the console, so I think that does happen like automatically. Do consider not naming it Vanilla OS. Yeah, I won't, but I don't think I will. I mean, I didn't have a name for it, but yeah, Vanilla OS. That's probably you're probably correct. Is Vanilla OS? Hang on. Hang on. Is Vanilla OS a Linux distro, or is it a or is it something complete? Is something more custom than that? It looks like it's a Linux distro. It looks like it's Ubuntu based, but is that what that means? Oh, well, if they're advertising GIMP, it's definitely a Linux distro. I'm just kidding. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. I think I'm kind of leaning towards Alpine now. Let's give it a try. Let's see how it boots. Just because I like the idea that it's kind of agnostic. So let's give it a try. It's a bunch of containers in one. Oh, I don't know what that means. Okay. Download the Alpine for Raspberry Pi tarball. Okay. HF. Yes, because I got the 0. ARM. Do I want netboot? I probably want... Oh no, I want Raspberry Pi. That's it. Okay, the tarball. That should be it. Create a bootable FAT32 partition on your SD card. Okay, hang on. Let me let's jump back to the Pi. I only we've had TinyCore on here for only 2 seconds, but it does sound like I am starting to feel like maybe Alpine would be a little easier to get things working with. Okay, so let's get that SD card out. I think this is the eShop menu. Anyone else feeling like buying anything from the Wii U eShop that doesn't exist anymore? Oh, let's get this off. Pew. Okay, so here we go. PiCore. Create a bootable FAT32 partition on your SD card. So I guess that just means. There we go. Yes, this is it. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna make an MS-DOS partition table. Don't really care what's on it. I'm gonna make it FAT32. All good. Okay. Yo. What was that? Nikki Baby 02, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of cafe in the Wii U's files. It's one of the internal code names, and I wonder if you could integrate that into the name pun. That's kind of what I tried to do with by calling the. Hang on. It's kind of what I tried to do by calling the desktop proof of concept vanilla. It's not necessarily coffee related, but it's like, you know, coffee related desserts. Like, you know, if people can get away with tiramisu, I can get away with vanilla. But yeah, we probably won't call it vanilla OS because that exists already. Okay, so we've given it a FAT32 partition. Yeah, just make sure it is W95 FAT32. Oh, but it's not LBA. Ooh. LBA. I hope this does that. There we go. 95 FAT32 LBA. Call it vanilla extract. True. Is there a latte? I want to say there is a latte. Yeah, the latte is the GPU. Yeah, I think espresso is the CPU and latte is the GPU. And then other people have made other stuff. Like I think one of the emulator that is not CMU, I think, is called Decaf. Then there's Aroma, there's Tiramisu, there's Mocha. Mocha is one. I know about all of those, but I couldn't think of any more like specifically coffee things, so I just called it. Well, vanilla sounded nice. I like vanilla. Call it Starbucks. Cold brew, cappuccino, pumpkin spice. 'Tis the season, I suppose. Well, One of the biggest things you can do to speed up boot times is to not use the conventional init systemd open RC. That's probably a good idea to look at. I recommend the video I linked earlier about building a busy box-based system. It's just 12 minutes. I'll probably watch that off stream. I don't know if everyone would want to watch a 12-minute video with me, but maybe. We'll see. Okay. And extract the tarball to the root of the FAT32 partition. Seems easy enough. Yeah, there it is. Extract, don't need to extract a subfolder, just plop it all on there. Oh, did I just extract one file? I want to extract all files. There we go. Oh, just extracted them all to the downloads folder instead, my bad. Yeah, extract all here. Yeah. Yes. Override all. This doesn't fit into the XP theme at all. Arc window looks insane. Yeah, it is a little funny. This does break the illusion a little bit, doesn't it? 7 Actos, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Should have used WinRAR. I should have. Actually, I think I have 7-zip on here. Oh no, it's on my other user. That's okay. I wonder if 7-zip how 7-zip through wine would look on here. Let's see. Yo, a Cinder TV. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'll spoil it for you. This is not actually XP. So I mentioned this in the last stream. If you were here, I talked about it already, but I actually did set up a real XP system, and I thought that would be cool to use that on stream. Until I realized that, like, I got it all working, I got it all set up with a modern browser and everything, and it was all working pretty well, until I actually had to try coding something. And I was like, ah, shit, you know, I don't like coding on regular Windows, let alone 20-year-old Windows. And I was trying to figure out, like, okay, how do I get, like, a decent terminal? Well, there's, like, a really old version of MSys I can get. There's, like, a really, I could, you know, I can use, like, an old version of Sublime Text, and that can be my code editor, things like that, you know. And I was just kind of like, man, this is a real pain in the ass. And so I decided to set this up instead. This is just they call it a total conversion mod for Linux. So it's, you know, it's nice and familiar to me. I have all the tools that I want, but it still reminds me of a better time. It actually, yeah, it kind of, because, yeah, again, I mentioned this in the last stream. Oftentimes when I use like a theme for Linux or something like that, it's like, you can see that they tried a little bit, but it's not. There are so many things that are just not right. You're just like, oh, this isn't what it's supposed to be at all. And there are certainly things like that in this theme, like the volume icon, that's definitely not in the right place. You know, this menu is not quite in the right place. There's things that are not quite right, but it's like so close that it kind of, I guess it's kind of convinced me a little bit that maybe, you know, maybe theming Linux could be the solution to, like, you know, solving my nostalgia. Maybe it is. Maybe you can get it with enough time and enough effort. Maybe you can get it close enough. Okay, so what terminal is this? I think this is just whatever comes with XFCE. Yeah, it's the XFCE terminal. However, I set the font to Lucida Console, which is like the Windows console font. It actually kind of isn't quite accurate for XP. XP, I think Vista was the first to use Lucida Console. I think maybe XP you could set it to it, but it didn't use it by default. But you know, again, it evokes. It's close enough. It's like 95% of the way there. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna actually try this real quick. I just want to see what it looks like. pool. Because yeah. There we go. Because I can get this looking surprisingly close. Like I showed this before. Well, this is not accurate. This is just because I like just being able to press start and type stuff in, which you couldn't do on XP. So that's an inauthenticity that I've owned here. But if I open up like PowerPoint 2003, this is running in Wine. And I think most people, there's like a few things, like there's this pink square down here that I haven't managed to get rid of yet. But I think for the most part, you'd never know that this was not Linux, or this was not Windows XP. It looks 99%, from this screenshot, it looks 99% just like XP. And so I think it kind of, it's convinced me. It's the first theme probably that's really convinced me that, like, you know, maybe we could recreate these experiences. Okay, so I should have 7-zip installed now. Let me get a proper XP theme installed. So this is a thing that I've learned that, so I'll grab it from the other Wine prefix I've got. I can install this XP style, and it becomes a lot more XP-like. Again, I don't know why these pink pixels. I mean, I have a feeling I know what's going on. I think these are supposed to be transparent pixels, but for some reason they're not transparent. And I don't know why. I tried looking this up before. I couldn't find anything that said anything about pixels not being transparent in MS styles. But hey, it's pretty XP looking. So, oh yeah, okay. This is something really annoying about XFCE. I wouldn't ordinarily want to use XFCE, it's not my preferred distro, but this is what the theme is for. And XFCE, for silly reasons, oops, it's not actually any of those, does not escape strings properly, which means that when you have something like these 4 backslashes, these should work, but they don't because XFCE has a bug in it. And I looked it up, they said they fixed it, but they clearly didn't because I'm still having this problem, and so I'm gonna fix this. Alright, and now 7-zip will open. Or maybe I have to, maybe I have to refresh the, hang on, is it, app finder, that's it. I think now it'll work. There we go. Damn, it's if it weren't for the pink, it would be so close. It would look, you know, again, I think if you showed, like, let me get Arc out of here. If you, for the most part, let me get Thunar out of here. For the most part, if you showed like some of these screenshots to people, I think they would have a really hard time telling it wasn't XP. But yeah, this fucking pink is so annoying. I don't know why that keeps happening. Anyway, that's enough sidetracking. Let's try getting Alpine on here and just play around with it and see what happens. Is it possible to set 7-zip as the default app for opening archives? Yeah, I think so. You might struggle, I think the problem with Linux is you'd struggle with like this right-click menu. Like how would I'm sure it's possible. How would you add like the 7-zip extract options? But I'm sure, like, you know, if I open this with 7-zip, would it open? Yeah, it opens. Yeah, see? So yeah, I would just have to like set it as the default. I think, can I actually, does this actually go to anywhere? Oh, it does. Mail reader is Thunderbird, but why does it say my email is Firefox? Something's not quite right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. Here we go. So if I really wanted to, all the stuff that opens with Arc, Here we go. I think I'd have to set these all manually. I could set all of these to open with 7-zip instead, I believe. Wait, I can't multiple... Ah, shit, do I have to do them all manually? No! Please, no, anything but that. 7-zip. Well, at least 7-zip files open with 7-zip now. Anyway. I can use the Raspberry imager for Alpine. Wait, I should have this installed. Yeah, I do. I have this installed. Use device. I0, choose OS. Specific purpose? No, that's not what I mean. I was already here. mymaps.list. Apparently that's only the ones that I've added, which doesn't necessarily make things that much easier. There's an image you can download. I did notice that, however, the wiki told me to download the tarball, so that's what I did. Did you get the theme from Wine Themes? You do need to run a registry tree apparently for those. I didn't. I got it from a real XP install. But maybe that is it. Maybe there is a registry thing to like enable alpha blending or something like that. I could give it a go, but maybe later. It's not really important. Let's let's stop getting sidetracked. Let's try and do this. Custom image. Oh, I guess I could use the custom image, right? I could use the image file and then just use the imager on that. I mean, it's not. We're kind of deviating from the instructions, I suppose, but I guess it's not the end of the world. It might be easier to do it that way. Get an old Chrome theme. Nah, I don't know if I want to commit to the bit that much. Like, this was kind of my whole, like, what would you call it? Open with Arc. Oof. It doesn't look like XP at all. This was kind of my whole overarching thing with the .NET video. It was like, for me, it's not about just like pretending I'm in 2001. It's like I still want to be able to. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want to merge the best of now with the best of back then, and so yeah, that's right. Storage. It's this one, and so yeah. So for stuff like browsers, I don't know if I really have all that much nostalgia for the UI of a browser, but I want the OS to and I don't necessarily. There are some things that from newer OSs that I like I like being able to tile things. I don't even know if I can tile stuff in XFCE. At least there is snapping, like I can snap things to the corners of the screen. You know, that's inauthentic, but I like it, so I want it. Set the desktop background to a picture what the Bliss Hill looks like now. I actually could. I've been there. I've taken a photo there. Let's see. Actually, maybe I do want to set some. Ooh, no. Actually, no. We don't really need to worry about Wi-Fi just yet. No. Yes. That was quick. Okay, let's plug this in and see what it looks like. Again, I know someone was suggesting earlier to try building the pieces from like Raspberry Pi components. That is kind of an interesting idea. It could be something worth looking at. But I figure we'll just do this first and see what happens. Okay. Oh, is it ejected already? I'm like trying to find where to eject it. I think it ejected already. That's nice of it. Okay, I'll plug it into my Pi, which is all the way over here for reasons. Okay. Actually, should just have it right in front of me, shouldn't I? Oh, it's because I've got it plugged into a USB hub, and the hub is powered, so it's got like a bunch of wires hanging off it. I hate wires. Okay. Let's see what happens when we boot this Raspberry Pi up now. There's an Aeroglass theme for KD. Yes, there is. I've tried it out, and it was pretty good. I think I would want to set it up a little bit differently because I followed like all the directions, and it's like it was a little bit. I think I made it a little bit less convenient than I would like for it to be. I don't know. That's probably not a very good way of describing it, but. Okay, so this is the init. We're using OpenRC, it seems. And yes, I can see... Well, I do concur. Probably a quick way to improve boot up would be to have a custom init. I want, like, Windows 7 Aeroglass theme as a theme because I love Windows 7. Yeah, Aeroglass is cool. I think... Right now I'm feeling very early 2000s nostalgia, but like there are definitely times I felt Aero nostalgia as well. Oh, here we go. Yo, Quackets Quinn, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Thanks for joining the I don't have a name for the subscribers. The cleanup crew. Oh, that's what we called it. Thanks for joining the cleanup crew. Okay, so here we are. What's the login? It's probably just like, is there any at all? What if I type in Matt? No, it's probably not. Because it wouldn't log in as no one. It wouldn't log in as an account that's not actually there. Hang on. Oh yeah, root, obviously. You're right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay, so cool. It actually picked up the Ethernet and the Wi-Fi. That's convenient. Thanks, The Witness 94. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Welcome to the cleanup crew. You were saying about not being able to get a good terminal at XP. Uh-oh, what's this going to be? Hang on. Hang on. I mean, I guess it's still PowerShell, you know. Where's my slash? Where's my MattKC at Neptune squiggly line $sign? But no, I mean that's cool. That's cool. You got Windows Terminal on there. That's nice. I probably shouldn't just blindly click images on stream. That's a bad habit to be in. Yo, Skidel. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the cleanup crew. Okay. Hey, PDAM67. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. I used to say this. I stopped. I'm not in the habit of saying this anymore, but I used to say this that because Prime subs are like they come out of Amazon Prime subscriptions, and so if you don't Prime sub to your favorite Twitch streamer, then that money just goes straight to Jeff Bezos's pocket, and it is always morally correct to make sure money does not go to Jeff Bezos's pocket. Therefore. Thanks for the Prime sub, I really appreciate it. Thanks Flea Time for the Prime sub, I really appreciate it. Haven't watched you in a while, and last I could watch you, it was using the chat you made on your website. What happened to that? Also watching from 2011 MacBook Air, burning my legs. Classic. We kind of talked about that earlier in the stream. I liked that chat implementation. Yo! Sorry guys, I've been eating too many beans.
I hate Jeff.
Me too, based. Thank you so much, Ethan8611 for the Prime sub. Thanks, Zulk22 for the Prime sub. Thanks, Joshosaurus for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Thanks for making sure extra money does not go to Jeff Bezos. that's our moral duty in the world. Clearly, we're still joking on Jeff Bezos, even though he doesn't even work with the company anymore. That's true. They've got a new CEO now, right? But I assume he's still like a major shareholder or whatever. JLM400, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Okay, good shit. Why is it typing A's? Okay, so we don't have WPA supplicant. Do we have... What the hell? What's wrong with this keyboard? We don't have IWCTL. I assume we don't have DH client or anything like that. Okay, that's not really a big deal. Actually, no, this isn't the command. It's some other shit. Mini Jaws, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Didn't used to say thanks for the Bezos bucks. I did used to say that. Thank you so much for the Bezos bucks. I really appreciate it. I've also heard people call it the Bezos Pezos. I guess it depends if you prefer rhyming or alliteration. I always thought Bezos bucks sounded a little cooler. Came from YouTube to take money to Jeff Bezos. Thanks for fighting the good fight, man. Oh no, it's Ashley. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. Hell yeah. Alpine comes with UDHPC. Fucking this keyboard, bro. Is that a command or is that just an app? Reminded me that I even have Prime. Hell yeah. Medium Zero Fry, thanks so much for the Prime sub. UDHCPC. Oh, DHCP, that makes sense. There we go. Okay. Is there a network manager? I guess I should use the package manager, right? Wait, hang on. Are we connected on Ethernet? We should be connected. Maybe I have to set it manually.
Which for a bibble model, I forgot about Prime subs. We love free things.
We do love free things. Pugboy1321, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the 2 months. Thanks for the Bezos bucks. Anyway, it's 0 up. And then if I do UDHCPC, do I have to specify or does it figure it out? Okay, cool. So we've got an internet connection now. Nice. Do an upgrade. Oh,
Totally
was that it?
To renew this the past few months.
Yo!
The stream today reminded glad to have her streaming again.
Thank you so much. Ashton is drowning for the 5 months. So the Bezos bucks, I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Bezos bucks. It's all the same. It's all good here. We'll take anything. Oh, RC Services System CTL. That makes sense. I keep forgetting we're not on System D anymore. System D's nuts. Okay. So was that really? Hang on. APK. Can I do APK search? Oh, nice. What do I want? Yo, Jake Bienades. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. The Camtasia Kinemaster logos. I have to look up what those look like. I only remember from my childhood unregistered hypercam and a lot of forgotten the name already. Hang on, what was it? It was a lot of fraps. Yeah, a lot of fraps and a lot of Bandicam. Yeah. Okay. Matt, you made me gay. You're welcome. Okay. There's WPA supplicant. So we can get WPA supplicant, but we don't really want it because we're going to provide our own WPA supplicant. Okay. Good to know. Okay, yeah, whatever. So here's a question. If I want to compile my own WPA supplicant on here, which I do, Is it worth even bothering to compile on the Raspberry Pi, or should I compile off it and then just move the stuff over? I'm not sure what the best move here is. Yo, Midnight 59 SE and Mutton Mondo, thank you so much for the Prime subs. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the Bezos bucks. Need to edit the repos file to download any package from the internet. Do I need to? Oh, it doesn't come with any online repos. Gotcha. The Zero has a single core. I know it's going to be really slow, but it's also like how. So what would be involved in? I guess I did forget. I mean, I don't know exactly. I don't know if I've seen those really. Yo, Ishia. Hang on, sorry, I missed that. Ishia Kazuo, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thanks, Sour Crowd, for the the Bezos bucks. Hell yeah. Repositories. Okay, I don't use Vi. Sorry. Damn it! I have to use Vi. Ah, my life is over. Your chat is non-screen. Yeah, I can put Twitch chat on, but I don't have YouTube chat. I think it's actually against the rules to have both YouTube and Twitch chat on stream. I mean, I do it anyway, kind of, but yeah. So, it is possible to compile off the Pi, but not worth the effort. IMO. That's the thing. Is so you have to kind of set up like an equivalent environment and get everything over, which I'm sure is possible. Like, and you know, make sure it's all compiling for ARM HF as well. So I guess it's a matter of like there's a lot of upfront effort to save compile time, but it might just be worth just doing it. Usually works better if you compile on an Alpine container machine. I guess you could an Alpine container, because that's like that's not necessarily cross-compiling. It's kind of like just running a virtual machine. So it might that's probably a lot easier to set up. Add micro. I never used micro. Actually, do we have nano on the cache? Hang on, let's try. Oh, it's APK add. Damn. Yeah, I know. I have friends who are really into who've gotten into like NeoVim, and they keep telling me I need to get into it, and I know I should. I just haven't yet. I've looked it up before. Like I've looked up the philosophy and like how all the keys work, and it does seem useful. But I then completely forgot about it and didn't touch it. So that's it. Oh yeah, Pico. If Nano didn't work, Pico probably doesn't work. Still cross-compiling. I mean, yeah, but it's like the setup is very different, is what I mean. Okie dokie. I kind of like the idea of using a container. Let's give that a go, because I need to compile. No matter what, I need to compile my own WPA supplicant to connect to the Wii U. So we may as well just get that going now. I can also use my very bad no good script. Uh-oh. Scripts for building a custom Alpine Linux image for a Raspberry Pi. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, for now, let's just try and get... oh, Nicholas B5, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Let's clean this up. I've got so much going on that I do not need. Anymore. The XP taskbar, it looks about right, but it's not a wonderful thing to use yet. You can't right-click and close, which I'm very used to doing. And like, I don't think you can customize any of these. I think these are just, these are static at the moment. I don't think you can do much about these. This is fine. That works all right. And you know, to be fair to the guy, I know there's like one guy putting all this together, and he's doing it all in his free time. He's not getting paid for it. So considering that, it looks great. It works great. But you know, it's a work in progress. It's not 100% yet, but you know, that's okay. Rome wasn't built in an afternoon. What's the saying? in a day. That's it. I was close. Okay. I don't understand 90% of what you're doing, but I trust you, Island of Blocks, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay. So what I might want to do I have, I do. So, can I get a Docker Alpine ARM HF build? It's been a minute since I've done this stuff. Yo, Jim Docs, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Oh, shit. My bad. I forgot you were still on the Raspberry Pi. I need to get more monitors because I'm only on 2 at the moment, and for the most part, most tasks are all good with just 2. But when you're streaming, there's so much that you need to keep an eye on. Like, you need to keep an eye on your OBS, you need to keep an eye on all your chats, that I think you need a 3rd monitor. I think that's a necessity. And you might even need Discord open, because sometimes people send you stuff that you need to look at during the stream. Oakley dokley. Is deprecated in favor of the more specific ARM32v7 and ARM32v6 organizations. Uh-oh, what's mine? Raspberry Pi 0 ARM V... Is it V7? That's what I want to know. Uses the original used on the first generation of Pies. Yo! Thanks, Gfish or Jfish. Thanks so much for the 300 bits. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you used sudo. Otherwise, I don't think that would have worked. With one of these, that's V6. Okay, it's V6. Gotcha. Apparently there's a Wikipedia page that would have told me that. I don't have a sideways scroll wheel. Damn it. Start where I was, not where I... There it is. Okay, V6. Good to know. So... Okay. So I know that there's... Yeah, if I'm like... Actually, I don't know if I'm in the... I'm not in the Docker group. Fuck. Well, I'll add myself into the Docker group for later. What did I get wrong? I got something wrong here, I'm sure. There we go. Yeah, so I think I have to log back out and log back in. Or did I add the Docker group to me? Yeah, no, I think, no, that was right. That was right. Okay. Docker has an official image, yes. So I'm just going to download that real quick. Was it, how do I do the architecture again? Is it -T? I don't have man. No men allowed. Docker architecture flag. It's... Oh, dash platform, that makes sense. Oh, it's Docker pull. Oop. Yo, Sammy I am, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Still uses sudo docker. No, because I have to, okay, because I have to log back out and log back in order for that to take effect, and I don't want to do that. So I only did that for I only did that for next time I do it. Oh, ARM32 v6. Excuse me? Okay. Sudo will rerun the last command. I think I've read that before, but I never remember. Okay. This TI. Actually, I might not need to set an entry point. It might just work. Okay. So in theory, we're in Alpine, and we are in an ARM32 distro. Oh, I love how I'm not subscribed to my own channel. It's just this, I don't want to log into Google on stream because like I use Google Maps and like I have, you know, places I've been on Google Maps, and that's just really like I'm not trying to dox myself, you know. What distro are you using on your main machine? I use Arch everywhere I can. Like even this is a stream system. It's not technically my host, but it's still Arch. Yeah. Anyway, I should. Oh, hang on. I just want to complain real quick. So this is software graphics. This should not be software graphics. I'm one of the. At some point, this will work. I'll have this working at some point, and it'll have a real graphics card. But currently, it does not. So don't worry. Don't worry about that. Okay. Let's grab Rolando Isla's DLC host AP. I'm sure I could have googled that, but I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it's faster to just type stuff in. Do I have Git? No, I don't. Can I install Git? No, I can't. Actually, I probably need to mount a location so that I can receive the files. Data. I think. Is that it? Or is it the other way around? Or do I have to specify specifically? Okay. There we go. Okay. Will this have the stuff in it? Oh. Okay, cool. So I kind of want to install Git. Oh, I keep doing the wrong thing. It says ARM v7. How dare they? Damn it, you're right. But when I tried to get v6, it just didn't work. Alpine. Okay, maybe I need to get slash. That might be it. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Actually, no, that's what I want. Maybe I need to do like this. That's probably it. No, it's still v7. Excuse me? My muscle memory. You're still specifying? Yeah, I did that on purpose, but like when I specified this, it said no, this platform didn't exist.
Sub because Twitch just decided to give me the
Yo.
same ad on repeat for 2 minutes straight.
Thanks, Flare Spy, for the 7 months. I really appreciate that. Yeah, there's not a lot of ads. There's not a lot of variety of ads on Twitch, I've noticed. I haven't seen Twitch ads in a while because I'm a turbo payer now, but before then, yeah, that's like yeah, there's a ton of there's a ton of repetitive ads on Twitch. I know that for sure. How it do, man? Hey, it do good. We're just currently trying to figure this out, and I don't know why. I guess, hang on, you know, we'll just Google it like we do with all problems. Cool. No one has ever had this problem before. I love issues like that. Okay, maybe I'll just need to read some instructions. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe if I just, maybe it'll. Oh, it's hard to imagine it doesn't matter, but I don't know. Docker platforms. How can I list the available platforms? Oh, just realized I had too many chats going. This is the problem. I'll work this out at some point. As a Docker pull command. I mean, my problem isn't being able to pull it. I know how to pull it. It's trying to make sure it's on the right architecture before I do any compilation, which so far it doesn't appear to be. We're getting ARM v7 instead of ARM v6, even though this is the ARM v6 image. When I specify ARM v6, it says, fuck you. Linux / okay, let me try that. Damn, was that it? Oh, I guess. Again, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's fine. Like it's ARM v7L. Is that like backwards compatible? I don't know. The ARM versions really confuse me. What device is Neptune? Neptune is this computer, I suppose. How you learned how to do all this just from hobbies? Yeah, I mean, I've loved computers since I was like 5 years old, and you just figure out how to do shit. I mean, the internet helps. You just Google everything. Like, Google will tell you the answers to most things. Unless you're trying to be like, there's like a handful of skills that you can only learn from like experience or from, from like school, I say. There's like a handful of skills you can only learn from school, but like a lot of stuff you can just learn on your own, like just self learn. And most like pretty much everything I know is self-taught. Could just try the pull command and then setting the architecture, see if that does anything. How do I set the architecture if not through no matching manifest for Linux AMD 64.
I know we stopped talking about the project name a while ago, but maybe espresso, as in cafe, but smaller and faster.
I like where you're thinking. But espresso is already a thing, I'm afraid. Espresso already refers to the CPU. I think it's espresso and latte. Yeah, the CPU is espresso, the GPU is latte. There's other things in it, but I like the thought process. What exactly is the current goal with Docker? You know, it is kind of funny how this, like, trying to do one thing, you end up kind of going down a rabbit hole of a bunch of other things. Docker ARM v6 gives me ARM v7 ? I know the question marks don't do anything. I don't know, whatever. Can we call it the PU? I don't think so. I don't know how I feel. I don't think I feel good about myself calling it the PU. Okay. No, actually, I want to keep platform, I think. Strange. What's all this? Why was that happening? What is all this? What's going on? This wasn't happening before. Hot chocolate, since it's not real hardware. It's not bad. It's a little long. But it's not bad. Why do you need ARM v6? Isn't it backwards compatible? Is it? Like, if we compile something for ARM v7, so we're trying to compile something for the Raspberry Pi without having to actually compile it on the Raspberry Pi. If we compile for ARM v7, in theory, 7, well, my instinct is v7, I mean, they went to the effort of splitting them up, right? If we go to here, it says this ARM HF is deprecated in favor of the more specific V7 and V6. So my guess is V7 would add things that V6 doesn't have. So if we compile for V7, then my assumption is it's not compatible with V6. Maybe it is, but yeah. Is it 02 V7? Maybe. I have the 01 though. Oh, the 02 is V8 actually. V7L is like what we're getting. Maybe I'll just try it and see what happens. This was the cross-compiling sucks so much. Exactly. This is why I was like asking the question, like, is it worth compiling something like it'll be much faster if we compile off the Raspberry Pi, but there's so much more like upfront effort just to get this shit working. ARM v6 compiler in this repo. Oh, I mean, I can install an ARM compiler. I might even already have one. It's just like, it's more about getting the right environment, because we have to compile, like when you compile something, it's not just, it compiles it for your system. So it compiles it for your version of glibc and your version of like all the shit on your system. So it's more about getting the Alpine environment. But I mean, maybe, you know, maybe it's fine to just be like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but maybe it's fine to just, I mean, I guess if I have like a GCC, I can just say like, make sure you compile for v6. It's probably okay. Do I have Git? Yeah, okay. Okay, we can probably do this. We're probably fine, actually. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Could use QEMU instead? Maybe. That might be easier, but we'll see. I think I'm just going to give this a go. Git... Oh, actually, go to... Actually, no. We don't need to build to data, I don't think. Actually, maybe we should, so that we can... so we can have it all kind of in the same place. Alright. See, okay. PA supplicant, we need to copy from conf, I believe it's, I think it is just wpa supplicant.config. Let me just double check that that's correct. It should have, damn it, hang on. I don't know the keyboard shortcuts. Sorry, I'm a bad Linux user. Oh. Did I copy the wrong one? Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. No, I copied the wrong one. Oh wait, no. I copied it into the wrong place. It's config. Okay, so that's right, and then I need to move it to .config. Okay. I think it's just, oh wait, no, it's no configure script, it's just make. Okay. GCC ARM architecture flags. This is where we're gonna make the difference, where we can tell it to make sure it compiles for yeah, for proper ARM. Let's try it adding -e ARM 1176. Interesting. I think this will be okay, but that's a good tip to keep in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. This is my first and probably last comment on stream because I got to go to Sleo. That's totally fine. I know it's late, especially for people in Europe. I know it's pretty late. What's the time there? I'm in Europe. Ooh, it's super late for people in Europe. Yeah, sorry about that. Go to bed. Don't stay up just for this. I want to start streaming a little bit earlier. It's just been like super busy this week. But yeah, I should be streaming in a more like EU-friendly time in the future. Okay, so this should be good. If we say March equals that. So okay, get that out of here. C flags equals March equals that. I think that's all we need to do. Make. Ah, of course. I'm from the US, but I'm visiting family here, so yeah, it's late, but I don't care. Thanks, man. Hey, Steph the Phobia Slayer, thanks so much for the Prime sub, I really appreciate it. Did you know that if you don't use your Prime sub on Twitch, that money goes straight into Amazon's pockets, and you could instead spend that money on your favorite streamer, which may or may not be me, but your favorite streamer, and make sure it is always morally correct to make sure more money does not go into Amazon's into Amazon's pocket. Okay, I think this will be. Oh shit! I know there's some dependencies we need. Uh-oh, I'm scared. So we at least need package config. We at least need. I don't know what it's going to be called on here. libnl3. Yo, Rydal, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Is that all we... Oh yeah, we also probably need... So it said stdlib. We probably need to add stdlib ourselves. Where would that be? Hang on. Alpine add GCC. I don't want to install from source. What? Oh, build base. That's okay. That's what I want. Yo, the Pucky Boy. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thanks for the Bezos bucks. My Bezos bucks coming tomorrow. Oh, that's okay. Thanks for checking anyway. Okay. Ah. I thought I added this. Maybe I need to add something. Oh, I probably need to add libnl dev. That would make sense. Cool. So it's going to be a little bit slow because this is all happening through emulation. I'm emulating an ARM CPU, which I probably don't strictly need to do. I'm just doing that. It's just a really easy way to set up the environment, or to get the correct environment. But I still assume this is going to be much faster than it would have been to compile it on the Raspberry Pi itself. Hang on a sec, I just gotta send a message real quick. Okay. Oh no! We have no open SSL! It's okay. I assume there's just another dev package on here. Yes, there it is. Yo, the Captain Sly, thanks so much for the Prime sub. And Long Hirar, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Sorry, I missed that earlier. Thanks so much for the Bezos bucks, I appreciate it. I love OpenSSL. Okay. I really need to, yeah, as I said earlier, I need to get a third screen because I'm having a hard time keeping... Thank you so much, Andre's the best for the 7 months. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. I really need to get a third monitor because I'm having a bit of trouble keeping my XP desktop, Twitch chat, YouTube chat, and OBS up on all of them up at once. Oh, what's this? Oh, we're missing these kernel headers. That would actually make sense. This might not be the name, but... Linux headers, that's probably what we need. Oh yeah, someone said it, Linux headers, yeah. That's cool, because this is the V6Z, which is the exact architecture we want. We could be that specific. My private sub didn't show up. Bezos doesn't want me to send his bucks. Ah, shit. Well, it might show up next time. Well, I can see that you do have a sub. So hey, thanks for the Prime sub, King Meta. Okay. Cool. So, that being said, okay, so we've built that out. That should all be in this folder now. Oh, except it isn't. What about when I close it? Is it there? No? Oh, is it because it's all owned by root? No? Huh? Why did that not work? Is it because I didn't set the, hang on. Did we run out of Wii U music? I think we... Oh no, we didn't. There's actually a surprising amount of Wii U music. Yo, Luna Moonfang, thanks so much for the 4 months, I appreciate it. What did I do wrong with my, mount? Maybe.
I
First
literally
feels
logged
name,
into Twitch
unique.
just to use my Prime sub while I'm actually watching the YouTube stream on my Wii U.
On your Wii U. Well, I think I think you're doing it right. I think you're succeeding at this stream. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I can levitate. And Faction Perfect, thanks so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Okie dokie. Ooh. Can you just SSH into an ARM QEMU VM? Maybe. In theory, the Docker should be roughly the same. Plain Fizzle Drizzle, thanks so much for the Prime sub, I appreciate it. Okay. Volume name and the path within the container where you want to mount it. Yeah, so that should have been right. Maybe I need to be like more specific about where it is. Ads. Thanks for the Prime sub, Crafty the Fox. I appreciate it. Ads. Yes, indeed. So did that work? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I just had to make it an absolute path instead. My bad. Well, we'll do it again. It's okay. What else do we need? We need a bit of dev 3, or 3 dev. Dev, Linux headers, we needed GCC, we needed build base. Okay. Did you see you mentioned the new Veritasium video? I've heard it happened, but I have not seen it. I have not watched that video yet. I've heard it's like I'm not necessarily mentioned, like my video appears and it's linked in the description, which is cool. But yeah, I haven't seen anything other than what people have told me. Okay, I need to get that make flag again. Fuck. Here we go. Cool. Let's get move this out of the way. Why do I need Docker anymore? The reason why is because I want. So when you compile something, you don't just compile it, you also link it with a bunch of stuff. Like you link it with the glibc that's on your system, you link it with the Linux kernel that's on your system, and so I need not just like the compiler, I also need like the Alpine Linux environment. That's usually kind of the complicated part, is you can compile something for a different platform, but whether you compiled it for the same version of like glibc and all that shit, you know, it's somewhat unlikely. So that's why I want to do it in a container. Alpine use Moozle rather than glibc. Maybe that's got better API, ABI compatibility. Use uses classic for CMD. Immersion ruined. Oh no. Yeah, the font isn't quite right. I mean, it is a Microsoft, it's a Windows font, but it's not necessarily the font that's used on XP. Yeah, compile D. Thanks for the welcome in, Tingles. Is the March option not smart enough to know you can't link x64 libs to ARM? It's not about it being x64 libs. It's about the fact that if I compile something on my host system, which is Arch, then it's gonna all the libraries are gonna be different versions than they are on Alpine, probably. Yo, TY0QC, thanks for the Prime sub, and TimmyBoy2020, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. And Tao Sendi, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Okie dokie. So now we should have everything we need. We should have WPA supplicant. Yes, an executable. I love executables. Okay, so we're gonna jump out of that. And I guess I'm gonna copy this into the onto my Pi. Let's static executables, cross-compiling. I've heard of Zig. Yeah, I mean, I've tried static compilation before. I've had very, very little luck with it. I get all sorts of problems when I try to statically compile anything. But I mean, you know, that is, in theory, that is the answer. Probably. Sounds perfectly. Greetings from Germany. Hey, welcome in. It's late for you, isn't it? Thanks for joining me. Hang on, where was I? You also can use the LBU command in Alpine to create a snapshot of your system config, install packages. Okay. Can you like turn that into an image or something? Like, because some of these certain packages will need to be installed no matter what. Like OpenSSL will probably need to be installed no matter what. I could probably actually, oh, I don't know if I want to bother setting that up. Can I, oh right. Can I access the file system directly? Can I just like copy files onto the SD card? Because that would be really convenient. I could like transfer them over the network, but then I have to like set up some network share that's accessible to the Pi, and that's kind of seems annoying. Well, I'm sure it's doable. It's just like, if I don't have to. SD card, which will be auto-loaded at boot. Cool. Let's give that a go. SSH into the Pi. Oh yeah, SSH is actually not a bad idea. Okay. Do I have to put it anywhere specific, or? So make sure it's all in the same spot. Make sure it's still in the data folder. Oh, fuck. Really? Ah. Can I increase the size of the partition? Yeah, SCP, I know what you mean. No, I forgot that was a thing for a second. How is... Oh, weird. Yes, I know how to use SCP, I just forgot for a second. Maybe that... How much, I've got a 76 megabyte volume here. I guess I don't need all this stuff, right? How much, what's the smallest amount I can get away with? 6.1 megabytes. Good enough. Have fun with the 256 megabyte RAM disk on that Pi Zero. Oof. Classic. Okay. I think I can get away with just saying like WPA supplicant. Is it all self-contained? I think I can just copy this folder, right? It said this is only 6 megs. Okay. Hopefully. This music is the Wii to Wii U transfer channel music? You're right, it is. Wii U data transfer Pikmin, and the next song is called Wii U data transfer fewer Pikmin. Okay. Yo, Authentic Benny, thanks for the Prime sub, I appreciate it. Nintendo used to put so much effort into these weird niche areas of the system. I know, right? There's a lot. I'm surprised. I feel like I've been listening to Wii U music for a really long time. This is a surprising amount of OST on the Wii U. Okay. So we put that back into the Pi. I probably do need to add some APK repositories to it because I need to install some dependencies. At least I need to install OpenSSL and libnl3, so it should be all right. Oh, I just realized, no, you couldn't see any of that because I had it on the Pi the whole time. My bad. Use a Wii as a gamepad. I mean, you can boot it into Linux, so I suppose that's the hardest part, right? What happened to the 3 PS3s? I believe I gave one of them away. I think I sold the other one, and the cockroach one I still own. Alright. So do we have... What is wrong with this keyboard? We do not have /data. Where did it go then? Hang on. Maybe I should SCP it. That's now that I've remembered that that's a thing. That's the one you kept. You know, it's just the one that it's the one that means the most to me, you know? Maybe to media. Data, there it is. Okay, cool. Why is this keyboard fucking up so bad? Okay, I'm gonna move this into the root because that's where, oh, it's a read-only file system. Oof. What is this? Why is it Christmas time? Oh, is that just when the Wii U... is that when the data transfer succeeds?
Hi MattKC, I've been watching your mods for a while now, and I am like you a lot even though I am young. I really love your content and I like modding lots of things. Thanks for making stuff better when I'm sad.
Aw, thanks, man. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the donation. Hang on a sec. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Mikey Light. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah. I'm glad you enjoy the stuff. Thanks for watching. Why keep that one? I feel like it's the most, like... I feel like holding on to that one means I'm not saddling anyone else with the burden. If something ever went wrong with it, which so far it hasn't, it still works so far, but saddling someone else with the burden is like... I feel most bad about making someone use that one. Supplicant, does it work? No, because we don't have libnl. Okay, so we're going to add some repositories. All good. I know these were posted earlier in the chat, but I've forgotten. In a pinch, you can always do Python M HTTP server on your server PC starter HTTP server that serves the content of the PWD. Interesting. I guess that is true. Yeah. It's I never remember how easy it is to start an HTTP server with Python. I never think about it. Okay. Despite the comments insisting the problem wasn't the thing you diagnosed and verified in the video, that's a classic. But funnily enough, a different PS3 of mine, the PS3 I was actually using most often, did die, and it's a slim PS3, which I thought those didn't really die as much. But it turns out I had like kind of the worst. I had kind of the worst. Slim PS3 possible. It was an early slim PS3, which is kind of, in a way, it's desirable because you want it's more moddable. The later Slims, they fixed something. They fixed one of the exploits that people use for modding, but there's 2 dots up there. Fuck. But at the same time, those are also apparently the ones with the worst thermals, and they do die. So I have a dead Slim PS3 at the moment. I might try and fix it, but it's, you know, it's a bit of a pain. PS3 Slim has bad motherboard design. Is that true? I've only ever, I mean, yeah, for the most part, I've mostly had Slim PS3s in my lifetime. Just checking if I made any spelling errors. I don't think I did. What? Oh, whoops, my bad. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that worked. I really want to put together. I've picked up some broken backwards compatible PS3s, and I know that you have to like Frankenstein mod them. That's the only way. But I want to give it a go. I want to give the I want to Frankenstein a back compat model and see what happens. Oops, I already did that. My bad. May as well do an upgrade while we're here. Flip chip probably broke, something like that. Or I have heard, I looked up the error, I got an error out of the syscon, and I looked it up, and I've heard might be a, oh wait, hang on, are we connected? We might not be connected. No, we're not, my bad. Set, S0 up. I've heard that according to the error message, the error code I got from the PS3, allegedly, it could be fixable with a reball, and I'm like slowly accumulating the tools that it would take to do a reball, but like, I'm not experienced. I'm willing to learn, but we'll see. And yeah, but it might be a flip chip issue, in which case I don't know if a reball would fix it. A backwards compatible PS3 is the best PlayStation just because that invalidates PS1 and 2. Yeah, it's got that shitty GPU. Okay, so APK add lib NL3. We probably also want to add... Oh, actually no. I need to re-update because we only just got connected to the network. What have I done wrong here? I leaked my IP address? No way, not 192.168.158. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong here. But again, it's kind of hard to keep all this stuff on screen. So I've got like an XP desktop, I've got 2 chats, I've got OBS, and well, I've got 2 screens technically. It's just there's just a lot going on. I need a 3rd monitor for streaming, I think. 3.20, not 3.2. Damn, because it told me in the... Hang on, this... Fuck. This is what I get for looking this up on the wrong system. Because I got them from here. This says 3.2, but maybe you're right. Maybe the wiki is wrong. 3.20. Alright, well, maybe the wiki's wrong then. I'll try it. Even 3 isn't enough? I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I'm only on 2 at the moment. Big oof. Article is probably old. Okay. Save the files anymore. Gotcha. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I don't know my I don't know my vi commands. That's the problem. Okay. That work? It says okay. Hopefully that worked. Okay, cool. Cool, thanks guys. Pico Nano all the way, FVI. You know, I'm aware that, like, in theory, if you learn how to use Vi, it's got a steeper learning curve, but if you learn how to use it, you'll probably be a bit faster with it. I'm sure that is true. I just haven't gotten around to actually learning it. Oh, but now I can install Nano! And I can continue to not learn Vi. The Mii's running sound. Yeah! The way you say it keeps fucking me up. What, Vi? Is that not how you say it? Oh, you say V? Well, why would you say that? We also need OpenSSL. Hang on. Anytime there's a debate on pronunciation, I gotta look it up. Vi pronunciation. Apparently we're both wrong. It's VI. Fuck. Commonly pronounced Vi. I know, right? Right, Reddit? But apparently you're actually supposed to say VI. Oof. Well, so we're all wrong, apparently. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Is that good then? Oh, whoops. Cool. Sick! Which one is which? I'm gonna assume... So, we've got the onboard Wi-Fi, which we can't do anything with. I'm gonna assume that's WLAN 0. We've got the USB Wi-Fi I added. I assume that's WLAN 1. So we'll give that a try. I'm gonna power on my Wii U over here. Oh shit, is that hooked up to my... Is that hooked up to anything? I don't think it is. The HDMI is not. Let me hook that up into my capture card real quick. Uh-oh. Why are there Wii sounds happening now? Oh, it's just playing the sound effects now, I think. I guess that makes sense. We've reached the end of the playlist. Okay. So now we should have my Wii U. Hang on, let me add that as a capture device real quick. Here we go. Okay. As you can see, it is completely legal. No modifications have been done to this console at all. And I will, so I put it into sync mode and we'll try to do a sync. Now, okay, so the first thing we want to do, it's been a while since I've done this, but I believe what we want to do is -i WLAN1 /c. Oh shit, we don't have the config files. Oh, do I want to SCP them over, or do I want to write them from scratch? I think I want to SCP them over. Okay, so I might have to redo the sync, but that's okay. This is the moment of truth. Can we get it to connect to the Wii U? Okay. Oops, that's the wrong one. So, data, host AP, conf. Okay, so we'll just SCP conf to, I think we have to do a -r. To, it is 192.168.1.58, was it? It was, yeah, 58. Wait, I've gotten this wrong, haven't I? Yes, I have. :/media/ so can I copy it into the SD card straight from here? See bulk 0p1 /data / that's actually fine. I have to enable SSH. Uh-oh, how do I do that? I'm sure someone will add it in the chat for me, but I will look it up. In Linux, enable SSH. If Broadcom equals baddie, what equals goodie? TP-Link is pretty, generally pretty... Oh, here we go. RC, update, add SSHD. Oh, do I need to add SSH? Hang on, I'm gonna reset the Wii U soundtrack, the Wii U playlist. Let's get some parental controls here. Install it first. You're probably right. It's probably... Is it OpenSSH? There it is. Cool. Okay, now... There we go. Cool. Done. Easy. I don't have much familiarity with OpenRC, honestly, or even setting up SSH from, usually, I'm used to distros that have it on, well, I guess not a lot of them have it on by default, but yeah. No, parental controls, Wii U 2012, exactly, parental controls. Okay. We up to things. We are up to things. I love being up to things. Okay, here we go. So now, should be able to do this. Yep, I trust this. Oh, oops, we're not trying to copy those. Oh, we don't have a root password. We probably have to set one. Okay. No? That was the one I just set, though. Do I have to maybe I have to restart SSHD. Oop. Why is the only button in parental controls go to the store for cigarettes? Oh no! Allow passwordless? Yeah, actually, I guess that would have worked. Alright, let's try and do that. Okay. Password. It's been a minute. Here we go. No, I don't want to... Not that. I need to look up how to... I have done this before, but I haven't done it recently. Passwordless login. Oh, and I need to enable root login. That's actually probably why it's not working right now. You're right. Permit root login, yes. Yeah, you're right. Probably just generate an SSH key and use that. Yeah, I guess we could do that. And probably do that now, honestly. Let's try it. Do I have one yet on here? I don't think so. Sure, I don't care. Well, now I have, hang on. Because I just enabled root login. I believe this should work. Oh, but not as me. I need to do it as the root. Root. Okay. No. Okay. Hang on, what did I do wrong? I'm sure, yeah. Hang on. Just put the files on it. This is why I did it the first time. Here. Okay, no, I set this up wrong. My bad. Again, I'm doing this kind of semi for the first time. Okay. It's asleep, it's 1:32 AM. Yeah, get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for the help. Hope you figure out how to climb the Alps. Thanks, man. What terminal do you use? I usually just use whatever comes with the distro. Like I use a lot of console with a K, which is just what comes with KDE. This is just the XFCE kernel. Do I have to... keyboard interactive. Ugh. Have to enable that as well. Good luck with the project. Hey, thanks Breadfang. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. What's the setting for permit root login that just lets me do whatever I want? Yes. Is it just yes? Hang on, let me just put in yes. What happens? Cool. Great. Okay, so now I should be able to do this. Oh, if it's not a regular file. Oh, it's just like that. No such file or directory. Might have spelt that wrong. MMC BLK 0P1. It should be right. Root conf. I don't know. Can I just? No, I can't because it's a. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be a read-only file system. All right, cool, good enough. So now. Okay, dash I wlam1 dash c slash conf slash get psk conf org. In fact, before I do that, let me copy conf get psk to without the org. There we go. Might have to do that again because I didn't save any of that. Conf get psk conf. Hang on. Oh, right. Okay. I'm just remembering how to do this. Mr. KC, I gotta go pee. Can you make sure nothing cool happens in the next 5 minutes? I'm on it. Okay, so we do that. Now, how do I... I've done this before, but it was such a long time ago. Maybe I'm just gonna... Hang on. I'll just... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There. Okay. Now we gotta open up WPA CLI. Gotta point it at var slash run slash WPA supplicant DRC. That's correct. Okay, we'll do a scan. Meanwhile, let's get Wii U back in sync mode. Is this safe actually? I've just realized something. If I show the Wi-Fi results nearby, is that gonna dox me? It's probably fine. We will find you. Oh no. Yeah, in theory I think it does dox me, but it's kind of unfortunate because it's such an important part of the process. Damn it. Just local IP. No, I can't just local IP. We can't do that here. Okay, well, I'll do this off stream then. Scan results. Oh, it didn't get anything apparently. Anyway. Well. Scan results. Okay, so we got all the scan results. I see the Wii U. I wish I could show you, but I do see the Wii U. WPS pin I have to type in its MAC address manually, which is very annoying. 1, 3, and then I have to type in the code, which is from the Wii U. It's 0103. Okay. Cool. Oh no, WPS fail. It actually didn't work. Oh yeah, I didn't type it in right. Okay. I think I can show this now. So if I don't think we're doing anything. I don't think we're showing any more Wi-Fi, any more SSIDs around. So I just have to type in the Wii U's MAC address, 9CE63. It's actually not a MAC address, it's a BSSID, but still. 89F813. The code is, oh, hang on. My bad. Forgot to transition. I have to type that in. I have to type in 01035678, and it should. Yes, correct. Good. You can see because it says somewhere, yes, in the middle it says WPS cred received, WPS success. That is exactly what we want. So now I'll kill all WPA supplicant. Oh shit! I forgot to save the config. My bad. Damn it. So actually I have to do that again, I think, because I'm supposed to call. Oh no, it saved it. Cool. So now, the symbols translate to numbers, or how do you get the WPS pin? Yes, the symbols are actually just numbers. It's actually just the WPS pin. It's each of the 4 card suits is 0, 1, 2, or 3, and there's 4 of them. And then because the WPS pin has to be 8 digits long, it's then 5, 6, 7, 8. Every Wii U is the same. Every Wii U is the card suits in number form, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Get doxed, idiot. Okay. We need to add a few things to this now, I believe. To add AP scan equals 1. What else do we need to add? I wrote this down in it's all in vanilla, obviously. It's actually all in libdrc documentation as well, but still. AP scan equals 1, I'm not even gonna bother. Oh, bruh. Excuse me? Okay, whatever. Alright, fine, I'll find it manually. I think it's in pipe, actually. AP scan equals 1, no? Oh, it's in pipe if we're on pipe rewrite, because this is actually technically the newest code. Yeah. Oh, it's actually in WPA.c, obviously. AP scan equals 1. We need to scan SSID equals 1. And then we need to set BSSID equals, and it's going to be the same thing we typed in earlier. Oops. Ah, no, I've ruined everything. 9C E6 3589 F813. Okay. Done. Now we need to run WPA supplicant, but actually that is the correct code. And it should just connect now. Yeah, that's it. So, okay. So it doesn't look like much, but we have successfully got a Raspberry Pi Zero with Alpine Linux connected to the Wii U. It completed the entire authentication process. It did the card suits. It got the key. It got all of that, and it is now connected. It doesn't look like much, like I said. But this is it. This this is really the hard part, because everything else, the Wii U now, you can't see it, but the Wii U is currently sending UDP packets, like video packets to us. It might actually disconnect us soon because we're not sending anything back, but it'll assume like the connection got lost. But yeah, it should now be like as far as the Wii U is concerned, it should. Oh, actually, it doesn't do that until we run DHCP, but we can do that. Can I run another terminal? Is that possible? Yes, I can. Oh, wait. I don't have an account on here. I'm just logging in as root, my bad. Oh, and I set a root password now, so I have to actually type in something. Reet! Okay. UDHCPC. Let's see if this, can I give it interface specifically that I want it to do something with? Yes, -I, WLAN1. Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So the Wii U gamepad is always 192.168.1.11, and the console is always 192.168.1.10. It happens, it has a whole DHCP process, but these are always the IP addresses that it gives you. So, so we are now, that's actually really nice. We don't have to install another DHCP client. This works. So we are now, as far as the console is concerned, we are now a Wii U gamepad. We're just not sending anything back. So, but that's kind of the hardest part. This is the reason why like so many devices do not work, is because so many devices don't let you get this far. They don't let you do this like weird Wi-Fi fuckery that lets you the Wii U requires. So yeah, that's it. Type the packets yourself. Yeah, you're right. Why aren't you streaming in the software and game development category? I just forgot. It really is that simple. If there's any question, it's like, why aren't you doing this? It's probably I just forgot. Am I a Wii U gamepad? Are we all a Wii U gamepad? No, I'm a Wii U gamepad. No, I'm a Wii U gamepad. Okay. Yeah, that's also a thing, is that we can only do this with the USB Wi-Fi adapter. I can actually, maybe I'll show you guys the process. I'll show you guys what happens if we try and use the onboard Wi-Fi. Oh no, I can't, because this is only 2.4 gigahertz, so the Wii U won't even show up. But yeah, even if this had 5 gigahertz, because it's a Broadcom chip and Broadcom does all of their 802.11 in firmware rather than in software, we don't get a chance to make the Wii U tweaks that we need to make. So, yeah. Yo! What's this? DJ on the FM. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate that. I almost said D John, which I think is not correct. What are the Wii U tweaks? You should. So I have a Google Doc pinned to the top, and it's pinned to the top of Twitch chat, and it's in the description on YouTube. And that kind of goes into all of the. It does not in a ton of detail, but it kind of gives an outline, a broad overview of like what we're trying to do, what the complications are, what the Wii U authentication process and all of that. So it's all in that doc at the moment. Is there a video from you that talks about the tweaks? In theory, there is. The Patreon development vlogs, which are also available to Twitch members now, all of those go into detail. They actually go into more detail than the Google Doc does, but you have to become a patron to see them. But if you, it's all in, like, it's there or it's in the Google Doc. There's stuff. YouTube members? Did I say Twitch members? YouTube members or Patreon, yeah. Yvalon, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Remember, it is always morally correct to make sure those $2 or whatever do not go to Amazon, and instead go to your favorite streamer, which may or may not be me, but at least it's not going to Amazon. So, yeah. Not sure if it's helpful. Have you seen this project? It's from some guys who Apple-related reverse engineering. They wrote some stuff patching Broadcom Wi-Fi firmware. I have seen that, yes. And I want to look into that for the Nintendo Switch, because I feel like the Switch deserves to be a to be a Wii U gamepad, because it's basically the spiritual successor to the Wii U gamepad. The issue I have, like, the concern I have is that even with that framework, it seems like you still have to kind of make your patches, you have to kind of write them in, or you have to do a little bit of tweaking or a little bit of reverse engineering for each like Broadcom chipset. It's not like a global thing. And so like I'm relatively confident I could get it working on a Broadcom chip, but like getting it to work on all of them is where it gets a little bit complicated. It feels like it'll get unwieldy very quickly. So that's why I'm like, I'm semi-committed to the Switch. I really want to see that happen, but as far as like all of the Raspberry Pis and all of the phones that use Broadcom and all of the Macs that use Broadcom, I don't think so. At least I don't think I'm gonna do that. So yeah. What about the Realtek RTL 8822CE on the Steam Deck? The Steam Deck should be all good. I mean, I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard some people say it works great and they use their Steam Deck as their gamepad already, using vanilla. But I've heard other people say that the Wi-Fi is kind of like spotty, like it connects and then it like they get like packet loss and shit like that. I don't know because I don't have a Steam Deck, but yeah, so it should work. If it doesn't, we'll have to look into it at some point, but I don't have one, so I can't look at it at the moment. Oh, we all believe in you. Hey, thanks Best Buddy 54. I appreciate that. Now do the byte rotation. It's a new dance. Yep. It's that's literally the thing that is hard to do. It's not necessarily like the byte rotation is easy. That's all it is. But it's just getting the access, the low-level access to do that. Like I don't think you can get that access in Windows. I don't think you can get that access on Mac OS. I'd be really surprised. I mean, never say never, but I suspect you could have to do some reverse engineering of some low-level system libraries to make it work on either Windows or Mac OS, and Macs usually use Broadcom, so you're gonna have to do some shit in the firmware. Actually, you might be able to just get away with doing the shit in the firmware, but anyway, you get the idea. Could be using different chips in some Steam Decks. Yeah, that's quite likely. We'll see. Okie dokie. Now that you're already connected to the Wii U as the gamepad, wouldn't vanilla work now? Yes, it would, but I've gotten that working on a Raspberry Pi with Raspbian and like a desktop environment, but we're trying to make something a little bit lower level, a little bit lighter, a little bit thinner, so that it just, you turn on the Raspberry Pi and it just immediately boots into gamepad. It's supposed to look as much like this as possible. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That was a successful day one, and Windows will throw an unauthorized access system when you try. Ask me how I know. Damn, I can imagine. Oh, I suppose. How do you know? Yeah. Okay, I'm feeling. I feel like I've been through a boot camp. No, I'm just kidding. But I think I'm gonna head off. Actually, hang on, real quick before I go. Let's update the dock real quick. Success. Using Alpine Linux as a base, we were able to get okay, whatever. We were able to achieve a connection to the Wii U. WPA, hang on. Let me write some bullet points. I'm just gonna summarize like what happened today. Custom WPA supplicant was compiled in a Docker image running Alpine and then transferred to the Pi. External USB Wi-Fi adapter and Ethernet was required. I should say Pi's Wi-Fi is Broadcom and Ethernet is non-existent. Required libraries libnl3 and OpenSSL. From APK, required internet connection. I'm sure you can install without an internet connection. I'm just writing down what happened today. So I guess I'll say used internet connection. Let me clarify this. Pi's Wi-Fi is 2.4 gigahertz and Broadcom. To use to acquire aforementioned dependencies. It's almost certainly. It's definitely possible to install these without internet. Okay, cool. 3DS would be a pretty crappy gamepad even if it could. Probably, but you know what? I'm not going to stop anyone from from trying. So, Alpine Linux users. I am kind of, writing this stuff down just so I remember it tomorrow. OpenRC for its init system. We can probably get a faster boot with a custom init of some kind. Yeah. Okay. That is kind of it, right? So the next step is going to be, I guess, I think the next day 2, which will not be tomorrow probably, because I guess you could call it a meeting. I don't know if I like that business terminology, but I guess it's a meeting tomorrow. So I don't want to promise anything. Day 2 is going to be complete. Day 2 is going to be getting a graphical app to run. Probably going to use SDL2 with the KMSDRM backend. That seems like it's probably gonna, because we don't want to install, I don't want to install like a whole desktop environment. I think we can do, if we use KMSDRM, I think we can get away without even using like X or Wayland or anything. So that's kind of why this appeals to me, but hey, we'll see. Maybe other things will pop out to me before the next stream. Okay. KMSDRM is a hilarious acronym. You know, you're kind of right. It's, let me clarify. It's, I think, kernel mode setting direct, shit, I've forgotten. Direct rendering manager. There we go. The reason you don't want to use Xorg, yes, because I'm trying to make this as light and simple as possible. I want as little to be running as possible. And I figure we don't need X, because we don't need more than one window. We just need it to, it's just a gamepad. We just need it to show the video from the screen. And with like a couple of buttons to do like synchronizing and connecting and stuff like that. So, you know, the less that's running that's possible, the less that has to run in the background or initialize or run in memory, I think the better. Just a little closer to Shrektober. Yeah, I don't know when Shrektober is going to start, but we'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to KMSDRM true. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out and helping, because many of the decisions that I ended up making were direct results of chat suggestions. So thank you so much for all of that. We also need a controller backend. That is true. I think SDL2... I don't remember what it hooks into, but SDL2, I think it's mostly going to be possible through SDL2. We'll see. Anyway. Yes. Okay. See you guys next time. Sometime soon. I hope you had a great time. Hope you enjoyed. Jerry of all trades, thank you so much for the super chat. Looking forward to the progression of this project. Me too. I'm really happy with today's progress. It feels so rare that I set a goal for a day and I actually achieve it. So I'm feeling pretty good today. All right, I'll see you guys. See you guys next time. Thanks so much for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.